Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to the poetry reading with Shwetha. Sorry, this is always this trouble brews up with us when we go live, when we do something good. Uh, Welcome to the poetry reading with Shwetha. Without uh, much of ado, let us begin our poetry reading. Please welcome Dr. Colonel Gopal Purdhani.
Thank you, Prasanna ji. Am I audible, sir? Prasanna ji, am I audible? Prasanna ji, am I audible? Friends?
Yes, you are, sir. Absolutely.
Can I start?
We can hear you. Start, I suppose.
Okay. So I
Please
start.
Yes.
I always write Hindustani language, which is the mixture of Hindi and Urdu. I am telling you a small story, mini story, कि किसी ने किसी हजरत से पूछा कि खुदा कैसा लगता है. Prasanna ji, am I audible?
Yes, sir. Go ahead, sir. Please go ahead, sir.
किसी ने किसी हजरत से पूछा कि खुदा कैसा लगता है. जवाब मिला कि बिल्कुल तेरे जैसा, मेरे जैसा, और तू सोच ले जैसा वो वैसा लगता. बहुत डिफिकल्ट क्वेश्चन पूछा. कोई शुरुआत है हर बात की, जारी भी वही अंत है. वो सब कुछ है, वो कुछ भी नहीं. अंश वही अनंत है. ही इज द बिगिनिंग, ही इज द एंड. भगवान की, अल्लाह की, खुदा की, ईश्वर की, वाहिगुरु की बात क्या करें. वो तो मेरा भी सृजनहारा है. मैं उसको बहुत प्यारा हूं, वो मुझको बहुत प्यारा है. प्रसन्ना जी, कि मैं उसकी बात क्या करूं, खुदा की बात क्या करूं. वो तो मेरा भी सृजनहारा है. मैं उसको बहुत प्यारा हूं, वो मुझको बहुत प्यारा है. ये भगवान की बात है. और एक 4 लाइनर भी मैंने उसी के ऊपर लिखा है, ईश्वर के ऊपर लिखा है, भगवान के ऊपर लिखा है, अल्लाह के ऊपर लिखा है कि खुदा की रहमतों की कोई इंतहा ही नहीं. खुदा की रहमतों की कोई इंतहा ही नहीं. उनकी दया से कोई बचा ही नहीं. गुनाहगार है तो जाके चरण पकड़ ले. गुनाह पनाहगीर की वहां कोई सजा ही नहीं. जो भी भगवान के परवाह में चला जाता है, उनसे माफी मांग लेता है, उनकी तो कोई सजा ही नहीं होती. एक और 4 लाइनर कि जी रहे हैं आज हम, कल की खबर नहीं. जिंदगी वरदान है, सजा कभी समझा नहीं. हालात तो ऐसे रहे कि कबूल खुशी से हमने. हालात जैसे भी रहे, खुशी से कबूल किए हमने. जिंदगी को सहा मगर मौत को सजा नहीं. जिंदगी को सहा मगर मौत को सहा नहीं. मौत आई, हम चल पड़े. एक दो 2 लाइनर्स पेश करूंगा कि लफ्ज कोई मिल नहीं रहे. लफ्ज कोई मिल नहीं रहे आपकी तारीफ के, इसलिए कि आपका कोई जवाब ही नहीं. जिसका कोई जवाब ना हो, लाजवाब हो, उसकी तारीफ क्या की जाए. नहीं कर सकता, लफ्ज ही नहीं मिलते. एक और 2 लाइनर है कि मोहब्बत हमने भी की थी और निभाई भी थी. फर्क इतना रहा कि हमें याद रहा और आप भूल गए. एक जिंदगी का निचोड़ है It's a lesson of my short life, whatever I have spent on this earth. It's a lesson कि बिगड़े हालात से ना उलझो. अपने अगर हालात ठीक नहीं है, बिगड़े हालात से ना उलझो, मुमकिन है कि हार जाओगे. बिगड़े हालात से मत उलझो, मुमकिन है कि हार जाओगे. सुधारो कमजोरियां अपनी तो बाजी मार जाओगे. सुधारो कमजोरियां अपनी, बाजी मार जाओगे. प्रसन्ना जी,
जी सर, एक्सेलेंट.
थैंक यू वेरी मच. थैंक यू सभी दोस्तों को. थैंक यू.
Thank you, sir. Please give a round of applause to Colonel Gopal Purdhani.
Thank you, sir.
Please welcome Dr. Deena Padayachee.
Thank you, sir.
Good day, the friendly folk of fertile brains. It's always a pleasure talking to, reciting my poetry with you all, and a privilege. And thank you
Yes.
so much for the honor. My poem today celebrates the life of Nelson Mandela and the very difficult trauma that he experienced because of South Africans. Um, he was born in 1918, and he passed away in 2013 on the 5th of December, a few days ago. And I wrote the poem in 2013, a few days after he passed away, because it was such an emotional experience. So I will go ahead with the poem. The poem's called Mandela. South Africa. You might have detained him, tortured him, and incarcerated him for more than 27 years. You might have censored and banned him. You might have destroyed his family. You might have broken his heart. You might have insulted and humiliated him. You might have ruined him. But in the end, he was bigger than all of you. You could not rob him of his dignity any more than you could rob South Africa of her dignity. He loved you more than you loved yourself. In the end, some of us knew how to say sorry. In the end, some of us knew how to say thank you. In the end, some of us are grateful for the country that he bequeathed us. In the end, some of us are trying to nurture and build the country that our beloved South Africa is. Thank you.
What a poignant tribute, sir. Excellent. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. Please welcome Richard Spisak.
Thank you so much. What a powerful poem, sir. Dr. Deena, amazing, sir. Thank you so much for honoring such a great hero for all mankind. I offer you this poem on a topic that may touch many of us. Here, we've had an election, and many of us are troubled by it. But I offer you this ancient Zen parable. It's called Maybe, Maybe Not. The old horse farmer had a lot. On it he kept his horses that he never forgot. He loved his plot his sons, and he would train horses and put them one by one through each their proper courses. One day, when out their hut they strode, to care for each these horses as they needed and should, they found a horse of theirs was missing. The people from the village offered and listed their condolence, for they thought the farmer suffered in this unlucky listening. Too bad, so sad, they shared his misery, consoling him thus, this awful burden you suffered thisly. 'Tis premature, the farmer said, to say I suffered, yet come by later after supper. It's premature to count calamities, how each change is yet pregnant and rich with uncounted vanities. The villagers puzzled as they pondered the farmer's peculiar counsel, and wondered how could he reach such an answer. Later on in the week there appeared their missing horse and another together. They brought this one near. One had been lost and now there's two. What magnificent, glorious luck's come through. The villagers came by to celebrate, and yet the farmer made 'em wait. It's not indeterminate, he said. He, the farmer, counseled sagely and nodded toward the horses gravely. Maybe good luck, and yet it's too early to celebrate. What may come yet is clearly a break. They wandered away in bitter confusion. They'd come to celebrate and used and but bemused, friend. The farmer yet was restrained. He did not celebrate when this extra horse he clearly seemed to gain. It's yet uncertain, good or ill. Till reconciled, I'll hold my judgment still. We see a pattern changed and rearranged. How this may work out, yet us let's be restrained. Till we find out, let us please refrain. His son, not content to hold these horses, nor let them wander until perhaps they find some reverses, chose to train this new horse, who joined the herd and let it wander thus untrained, seemed to him absurd. And as he undertook to train this new mare, she threw him off onto the stony, rough and rocky trail. At last, for shame! The villagers worried. How sad it is, your own son's storied training skills could not break the young mare's will. And now, alas, his own leg's broken. 'Tis harsh justice, yet the gods have spoken. It's too early, the farmer stated. 'Tis far better that restrained let us wait and remain unbaited. We should neither proclaim our woes related, nor celebrate, as our fate remains uncertain and untreated. It's true my boy has a broken leg, yet far from certain what burdens and sadness must be therein contained. And then the chieftain of the tribe rides into the village, bringing his men inside. He needs his army ready for war. They're rounding up young men to add to the force. If my son was well, he'd be off to war. What terrible battling war would be for him in store. Yet, as it is, since his leg is broken, he cannot ride. Is this fortune or misfortune? They seem to collide, and yet the neighbors are puzzled. They cannot decide. Is this yet another solemn force astride? What this kind of piety becomes part of our society when the neighbors wonder, is it plunder or something other? Torn asunder, let us not rush, ripe in expectation, only to suffer more in premature pain or joyful lure. I blush to answer, sure. Maybe, maybe not. Thank you, my friends. Thank you. It's an honor to be here.
What a brilliant poem, as profound as always, Richard. You always inspire us. Give a round of applause, Richard. Why CJ is laughing? I could see CJ laughing. Oh, please welcome Lantern Carrier.
Okay. 1 second, let me bring up my poem. Jishu Christo, Jishu Christo, Jishu Christo, Tumi moder baroi apan, baroi mishtu. Not my will, but thine be done. Not my will, but thine be done. Remembering the Christ. Seeds of contemplation. I see our myriad plans unfolding like the lotus. My gaze fixed on the promises of tomorrow's blossoming dreams. The earth yields, giving freely of its plenitude. Day and night, my mother sings and dances to her own cadences in rhapsody supreme. Her rainbows caress and soothe my longing, a divine spark fixed on the luminosity of the crescent moon. I feel the life breath of gratitude, of adoration in my heart as the spirit rises to the sweet drops of tears within. Singing hallelujah, my core ascends upwards and inwards to the firmament. The sacred silence kisses my brow, its word a pulsing in my heart. I give thanks on bended knees become a soul in obeisance who embraces, pays homage to the cosmic will, pays homage to the cosmic will unspoken. Not so long ago, I was sitting inside the sanctum of the temple. The translucent flames that stabbed at my spirit then evoked seeds of contemplation, furnaces of fiery love within the soul. Now, from without the marbled walls of this sacred sanctuary, I stumble drunkenly in stupor, reel as if intoxicated by the wine of heaven. Sweet lover, you that beckon me from the great unknown, cascade like roses this blissful light. Let it float and dance into the vastness, as radiant as the sun, emanating a sweet and lustrous glow into the heart of all your lovers to grant us peace and delight. Mountain Carrier, thank you.
How beautiful, sir. How beautiful. Thanks for the beginning, prayer as well. Please give a round of applause, my dear fans. That was Lantern. Please welcome Sreedharan Parokode.
Am I audible, Ji? Yeah. We. The title of the poem is We. W-E. The sun rises for all, not over a particular caste, creed, and community. The sun rises for all, not for a particular caste, creed, and community. The birds chip on the branches for all, not over a particular section, branch, and region. The sky is for all, not for a particular group, gathering, or giver. Then what is the meaning of claiming I am the big or the best? I like the source of force which compels me to move on. I also like to worship it since it has no beginning and no end. Thank you.
Exactly. What's the point of climbing? It's the divinities for everyone, sun, moon, and the air, 5 elements of nature.
Yeah.
Very well said. Crisp, but yet a wonderful and very profound poem, thoughtful was. Everyone should understand this.
Yeah.
So, thank you for giving out your wonderful wisdom. Please give welcome. Please give a round of applause to say, yeah, to me, Doctor. Yes, Sreedharan Parokode.
Yeah.
Please welcome Dr. Radhasri.
Namaste, sir. Welcome. And I am very much thankful for your welcome. I am thankful to all the poets here because we are seeing a mini world here. All the types of languages, all the types of opinions. And I am really thankful to Prasanna Kumar for gathering this much poets from nook and corner of the world. Now I am narrating a poem based on the Telugu pride, as we belong to Telugu land. తెలుసుకొనుడు తేనియలు కిందు మన తెలుగు జిలుగుమడిని నిలుపుకొనుడు హృదయములందు మన తెలుగు పలుకుబడిని తెలుసుకొనుడు తేనియలు కిందు మన తెలుగు జిలుగుమడిని నిలుపుకొనుడు హృదయములందు మన తెలుగు పలుకుబడిని అద్దంకిలోన మొదటి పద్యము కానవచ్చే వేలాది ఏండ్ల క్రితమే విబుధులకు వాసమయ్యే దీటైన కవిత్రయంబు ఎరిగించే భారతమును బమ్మెర కవీసుడితట పారించే అమృతమును అలకాకతీయ నృపులు చెలువొందినట్టి సీమ శ్రీకృష్ణరాయ విభుడు సేవించినట్టి భూమి పలనాటి శౌర్య పటిమ పరనుల హడల జేయు రేనాటి దాన గరిమ రేదొరను మరువజేయు ఉల్లములు జల్లనంగా అల్లూరి చేతిలోని విల్లంబులెల్ల చెప్పు విఖ్యాత పౌరుషంబు మంచాల రుద్రమంబ మల్లమ్మ మొల్లమంబ మన ఆడపడుచులనిన చుండు యశము మన తెలుగు వారి నేల మాధుర్య మొసగుడోల చేమంతి పూలమాల జీవితము పండు నేల విమలంపు భాషయుండ వేరొండు పలుక నేల భాగ్యంపు సీమయుండ పరదేశ మేఘ నేల తెలుసుకొనుడు తేనియలు చిందు మన తెలుగు జిలుగుమడిని నిలుపుకొనుడు హృదయంబులందు మన తెలుగు పలుకుబడిని. This is all about the greatness of Telugu land. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Wish everybody could understand and go deep into the innocence of your poem, and nobody could rush out to the leaving their motherland. I believe so. Thank you, sir. Thank you for
This is the essence of the poem is also like that. Don't leave your motherland.
Yeah.
Your motherland is so great for each and every person. Their motherland is so great. So be with your motherland, control your motherland, and protect your motherland. This is the essence of the poem.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Please give a round of applause, my dear fans. Please welcome Muhsine Arda. Muhsine Arda, yes, of course. The earthmate is what she is called as.
Hello, everybody. It's a privilege to be with you all. And thank you very much having me in this meeting. Well, before I read my poem, I would like to say Deena Padayachee and all other friends that I salute Mandela also. And I am one of the privileged person that I met him in person in New York when he came to the United Nations. And I was sitting at dinner between him and Desmond Tutu. What a lovely memory it was.
Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you. And 2025 is nearing, and there is a world who is going to celebrate Christmas, and children are waiting for Saint Nicholas. So they call him Saint Nick. Here's my poem. Dear Saint Nick, my grandpa is angry with you. He wonders why you say you are from Turkey. He doesn't know you lived in Anatolia so many years ago. Please come. Forget about religion. The world is beautiful, really beautiful. There are some problems, of course, but they are tiny. Ignore them, please. Lots of people are dying, old people, young people, even babies, in lots of places. Children work like slaves in illegal factories. They collect rubbish for recycling and coal dumps home right before our own eyes, and none can become real citizens. Black sisters and brothers go hungry in Africa. The Spanish are free of Franco, but the wounds inflicted by imperialism still bleed in Central America. Petrodollars don't line the pockets of the real people. Everyday prices are increasing for everything. Power-hungry men rule the world still. But don't mind Saint Nick. The world is beautiful, really beautiful. I was a good girl the entire year and didn't upset my mother. I didn't even step on an ant. Our chimney has been swept clean. We will be waiting for you. Come and bring my presents. Please come, Saint Nick.
Wow.
Thank you very much, and I wish you all a very good Happy New Year. And I hope that Saint Nick or your loved ones bring you joy. Thank you very much.
Amen. Moshe, thank you for sharing your work, and thank you for your experience with, meeting Nelson Mandela. That is remarkable indeed. And thank you for your beautiful poem and for your joining as well, for taking your time. I know you have, line of meetings. coming
Yes.
up. So
That is always pleasure to be with you and all these lovely, great poets and hearing your languages. And it's a pleasure. Thank you very much.
thank you. Please welcome RezaUddin Stalin. Is a charming personality from Bangladesh. Is a acclaimed poet. Please welcome RezaUddin Stalin. Sir, please unmute, sir.
There we go. Hello, hello. It's morning here for me.
Hey, Henry, Reza is online, so I'm just he's online. Reza sir, please unmute your mic. Reza sir,
Okay. Thank you. Now, okay. Now, okay. Do you hear, Kumar? Do you hear me?
please go ahead, sir. Please go ahead.
Kumar, do you hear me? Okay. But tongue. A life has been lost to the flames of waiting, with no second chance in sight. Why then this endless hope for a return? There is no door to open. Yet I keep reaching for eternal life in the darkness. When will the ancient path, shaped over thousands of years, offer me a place to rest? The gentle spring and the fierce winter will reveal to me the wonders of snowflakes. In this single life, whom should I turn away? Who should I ignore? Casting aside the language of disregards in rays, I shuttered the uncertain course. Mother Earth will hold me once in this lifetime, but how often will her song of freedom echo? I do not yet know the force of harsh lighting. So how can death frighten me when I am not yet truly born?
Very deep, sir. Thank you. I truly and who should we ignore and who should we care to? That is uh, given thought about. Thank you for sharing your
Thank
work.
you. Thank you, Prasanna. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Please
Thank
give a round of applause, my dear friend. That was RezaUddin Stalin. Please welcome Dr. Gargi Saha.
Good evening, sir. Thank you for inviting me in this platform of poetry. It's a proud privilege to be a part of this poetry meet. Today, my poem is entitled Vanishing Shores. Can we touch the sky, the stars, the moon? So distant they seem, unattainable to the layman. What's true today may melt into nothingness tomorrow. Transitory, fleeting, pleasures of youth, wealth, success, beauty, name, fame, all turn to dust. The fading tunes of realities. That's life that melts so soon, dwindles from between the fingers. Enjoy life to the fullest. Enjoy each day as God's gift for a new beginning always. And watch your thoughts, they become actions. Watch your actions, they turn to behavior. Behavior moves one's character. Character drives one's destiny. Destiny is invisible, anonymous. Let's forget the woes, melancholies, and welcome happiness hidden in daily chores like a mystery. We don't know which will be the last day to bid goodbye from the diurnal course of earth. Thank you.
Very positive was and seeing light and perspective. Very much positive. Beautiful, ma'am. Beautiful. See the light in every day. Please welcome. Give a round of applause, my dear friends. Across Dr. Gargi. Please welcome Dr. Gangalaxmi Patnaik.
Good evening, everyone. I am going to give my rendition on Armed Forces Flag Day. Armed Forces Flag Day, observed 7th December to honor martyrs. People ask me, why do we celebrate Armed Forces Flag Day? The answer is, this annual occasion serves as a reminder of the nation's obligation to support its soldiers and their families, fostering unity and respect for their service. It's an honored tradition paying tribute to the brave force. Now, my poem runs like this. Title is Desire of Blood. Desire of Blood. Flag Day brings forefront obligation of looking after disabled comrades, widows, dependents of those who have sacrificed lives for motherland. It's a proud day. Flag reflects union of hearts, hands, one man, one flag, one nation, one force. Pay gratitude and homage. Flag Day dedicated for Army Indian. Cheers to sailors. Fought, brave for it. Tears go down to grave for it. It's a day to commemorate the martyrs and their families that represent Indian Army, Indian Navy, Indian Air Force. It's Indian Armed Forces. Their touch lifted them to sky where white clouds of green years float to give them joy. The rendition is over. Thank you.
What a wonderful words, man. Always, I never stop again, for your kind of work that you put out and every day you celebrate. And you nudge us to, remember, recall. Every day is celebrated and remembered. And today is being a Martyrs Day as a flag celebration or something. But you have given out a wonderful. Thank you. It's really wonderful. It's a kind of what do you call? You're being
Honor.
a true national. What do you? I'm not getting it. Yeah. Yeah, so I beg your pardon, but yes, thank you, Dr. Ganga ma'am. Thank you. Not getting that word. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. That was Dr. Gangalaxmi Patnaik. Please welcome Shobha Deshpande. You're a true patriot. Yes, I got it now. Patriot. Yeah.
Namaskar, Vanakkam, good night, good morning, all. Great poets, all great poets, good morning. आज हम छोटे छोटे दो बोलेंगे, एक मराठी का, एक हिंदी का, ओके?
की बोलना पड़ेगा मैम आपको?
नहीं, छोटे छोटे बोलूंगी, बहुत छोटे।
फिर भी एक ही, ये मराठी में ही बोलेगा।
हिंदी का बोलूं, मराठी का बोलूं? मराठी, ओके। बाई खेळण्यात रंग, कशी जाहले मी धंग. बाई खेळण्यात रंग, कशी झाले मी धंग हलक्यात पावल्याने हलक्याचा पावलाने आली कशी कुठून पाहता समोर जाय माझी पापणी मिटून हसतो अजून कान्हा हलवून अंग शिनले असे परंतु न्यारी तेव्हा हरीची माझी मला कळेना शोभाकडे कशीही माझी कंजूकी भिजून झाली उरात तंग सुचली ना काळा वेळ शांत येई खेळ वृंदावनी ग यांचा जमला सुरेख मेळ माझी लाली या हट्ट्याची देऊ कशी मी कशी गी सांग। प्रसन्ना जी को बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद, ये जो भी अवसर दिया गया आपको धन्यवाद, सभी लोगों के लिए धन्यवाद, रूपाली मैडम को भी तालियां बजाए, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
Excellent, ma'am. Excellent. Thank you for sharing your work in Marathi. That is very important. Yeah, I like your pronunciation. Each word I could hear, each word, and then emphasizing each word. So beautiful. Please give a round of applause, my dear friend. That will Miss Shobha Deshpande. Please welcome Saraswati Poswal.
Thank you very much.
Miss Saraswati Poswal. Yeah.
Hello, good morning, good evening, namaskar, sat sri akal, adab, salam to everyone. Thank you so much, Kekumar Prasanna ji. After a very long time, I'm joining here. Nice to see you all, listening everyone. Very nice poetry session here. Thank you so much once again for this opportunity. So I'll start with one of my poem. Today I'll come with one poem in English, as you have told everyone. For one, I'll come up with one poem. The title of my poem is Caste, Color and Creed. Just now I've written this poem, listening to others, just now in 5 minutes. That's why I'm reciting this. Okay. Caste, color, and creed. Why we prefer caste, color, and creed? Why we prefer caste, color, and creed? Why social discrimination is made with so ease? Why social discrimination is made with so ease? Looking into your hearts, did you ever think, why we sow these seeds? Why we sow these seeds? All men are equal. All men are equal. Why we sow these seeds? All men are equal. Substance matter? Does substance matter? Not humans. Why we created these crease? Why we created this crease? Respect every man and woman. Respect every man and woman. When God never discriminated, why did we discriminate? Why did we discriminate? This to succeed. No goals can be achieved. No success. No goals can be achieved. No success can be achieved. Humiliating someone for caste, color, or creed. Humiliating someone for caste, color, or creed. No country will progress. No country will progress. What new generations will learn when we taught them to differentiate with caste, color, and creed? What new generations will learn when we taught them to differentiate with caste, color, and creed? How will they learn? How will they learn to love all? How will they learn to love all unless we teach them the lessons of oneness unless we teach them the lessons of oneness to unite, respect all, and bring peace for all. To unite and respect all, bring peace for all. This is what we are sowing for caste, from caste, color, and creed. This is what we are sowing from caste, color, and creed. Thank you so much.
Response, I know after taking this session that is simply brilliant. And yes, no discrimination should
Thank you
be
so much.
harbored in the minds
Thank
and
you.
in the hearts.
While
Thank you.
listening to others only just now, I've written this within a 5 minutes. Thank you
Great.
so much.
Wonderful.
Thank you so much once again. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Please
Thank you.
welcome Mr. Shyamaprasad Patnaik.
Good evening, dear distinguished poets assembled over here. Thank you, Prasannaji, for inviting me to recite my poem. The title of my poem, which I'm going to recite, is The River of Eternal Love. The title is River of Eternal Love. Here it goes. Like rolling river, oh my sweetheart, love brims over your bosom. Your love's vibrant crystal and perennial fountain sweeps ad infinitum. Your enchanting love's river swills and sways through steady precipice. Seldom rests midway before destination, overflows incessantly, overcoming all hurdles. You cascade along rough terrain to reach point of confluence. Love ocean awaits to cordially embrace you in wide arms. Waves of emotional perceptions surge unbound by our amorous union. Never display gloom, merrily waltzing flamboyantly with joy and jubilation. Greet delightfully swelling, surfing beloved with boundless love and cohesion. Your scented love pollens, sour elixir on my parched shores. Your effulgent love illumines my nocturnal marquee empyrean like moon. Warbling romantic symphony through land breeze mingle in my ocean. And that is the end of my poem. Thank you for watching and listening.
Very thoughtful, sir. Very thoughtful, wonderful as always. And you're becoming serious these days nowadays, with your wonderful poetry. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you for coming and thank you for inspiring. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. That was Shyamaprasad Patnaik. Thank you, sir. Up next is CJ. Yes, definitely CJ. Yes, CJ, go ahead.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, Prasanna. I'm reading Open Your Eyes. What police don't see. Poets, athletes, musicians, mothers, fathers, daughters, sons, aunts, uncles, children, teenagers, mental fragility, Black humanity, female femininity, male masculinity, fear, distress, anxiety, PTSD, resilience, fatherhood, motherhood. What police take away? Aspirations, matriarchs, patriarchs, breadwinners, providers, family, dreams, holidays, future, birthdays, hope, tomorrow. Until you see me, you won't serve and protect me. Won't you consider seeing me before you kill me?
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Sorry. Sorry. Please give a round of applause, my dear fans. Please welcome Henry.
Good morning. Good morning. I'm so happy to be here. Well, it's morning for me. I know we have different time zones. So, all right. I'm going to share with you a poem from my book, Black Skillet Blues, Poetry Without Gumbo. And I hope you enjoy it. This book was long overdue. It's titled A Day of Dreaming. Dreaming of sand and waves, rushing over my warm skin, glowing in the sun, awaiting still. Looking at the day and night, searching with tired eyes, hunting for worlds. Hello? Okay. Looking at the day and night, searching with tired eyes, hunting for worlds, knowing home, wanting to hide and seek, running to sacred, finding in hope, stealing time, loving at heart and soul, holding onto my fears, releasing old ways, emerging new, clinging to feel alive, forgetting touches, inhaling my soul, exhaling you. A day of dreaming. Thank you.
Brilliant. At another profound presentation by Henry. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. Please welcome Dr. Roopali Gaur. Ma'am, Dr. Roopali Gaur. Please unmute your mic, ma'am.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, please.
Okay. I'm going to read a poem that I wrote quite some years ago, and it's published in the first anthology that I put together called In All the Spaces, Diverse Voices in Global Women's Poetry. Now, there are just 26 poets in this, and it took me, as I had mentioned earlier also once, a lot of efforts to get hold of 26 international women poets. Today it's much easier, and I also want to, promote Prasanna's and the Fertile Brains book, Reach for the Sky. It's making lots of noise all over the world, and it's recently had a huge launch in a school where 3 school children have participated, and they have received a lot of accolades. I think you should put that up, Prasanna, so that people see that. And so this book is available on Amazon International at a pretty reasonable price, less than $10. So you can, afford to buy this. And in India, it's for, I think, 399 rupees. And it's been published by Saber and Quill, very wonderful publishers. You can contact them also to publish your own books, and they do it a wonderful job. And so this is a poem. I have a habit of collecting all kinds of things. I see somebody selling something on the roadside, I'll buy it. I travel somewhere, I'll buy something. So my house is like a museum. And one day somebody came in, a very dear friend, and said, you're very acquisitive. Now, I was a bit taken aback because none of the things that I have in my house are expensive, but they're invaluable. So poems come out of things that people say to you, things that you see, experience, observe, or feel. Well, I felt hurt, and I wrote this poem called acquisitions, because I'm a very non-acquisitive person. So this is, of all the things that I collect, little things made by old women, children selling it on at the traffic lights. In India, we have that. I don't know whether it happens elsewhere, but in India, you'll have little children coming and trying to sell you something, or an elderly woman coming with flowers and trying to sell flowers. So this is called acquisition. Gnarled fingers deftly weaving reed mats. The potter's wheel speedily spinning earth into magic vessels. A dream abandoned dowry chest. Its wood pitted and old, its carvings chipped and fading, ready for firewood. A lone woman on a thronging thoroughfare, hawking wood-brown divinity in plaster of Paris, pleading children of the street, fistful of tempting paper windmills, the traffic lights changing to green again, rows of conch shells, sea sounds forever trapped, inside hollow bellies, an oil lamp stained witness to sorrow and joy. All these and much more accompany me. All these and much more accompany me, filling with vibrant colors the ink dark contours of an otherwise drab and lone existence, always connecting others' lives with mine, always connecting others' lives with mine. So all the little things that I have bought have connected me to people far away in small streets, in small places, little villages, and in big cities. Thank you so much.
Oh, beautiful, ma'am. It's not expensive that matters. It's what the value of this invaluable gift you possess, as they say. So that is always bring this out. Thank you. That is, we got two more to go. I would just tell. Oh, Ray is there. Oh, okay, but before that, I would try to play the video if it cooperates this network. Please bear with me. I'll share the details about it later. So hold on for a minute. And it's for 6 minutes. So please watch. Let's see how it
Hello? Does anyone know what happened?
I don't see anything. Henry?
I don't see anything here either.
I
don't
think
see
I think we've lost him.
Yeah, I think so. I see you all. I thought it was my system. Okay.
I don't
Maybe
see
we can
Prasanna
send a
on the
message
screen
through
anymore.
Messenger and let him know. Yeah.
Dr. Roopali, maybe she could.
Prasanna is a magician. He vanishes and then reappears suddenly.
Yeah. He's a magician too, a poet and a magician.
He was having problems initially.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I think he was going to show us something.
You could.
Shall I call Shalini to read your poem, Shalini?
Yeah, maybe you could go ahead in his absence.
Yeah, let's do that. Sounds good.
That'd be really good.
Hello, everybody. So wonderful to see you all. Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. So good evening, good morning, as it's here. It's absolutely enthralling to be here after such a long time. So actually quite unprepared, but I just joined. I'll try and see if I can find a poem to read. So I'm going to read this poem, which is called A Moment in Time. It was a quiet twilight, love-drenched, waiting for the dew to drizzle. Moonbeams' soothing kiss, a magical spell of unraveling mysteries, the hour unchanted. The breeze held its breath, a silent lull as it listened to the trees' soft whispers. I will gather you in my womb in another moment in time. Until then, rest in the fragrance of Mother Earth's lap, her bosom of infinite love and compassion. Let the rain bathe you, the sun caress you, hold you in a warm embrace. I will watch over you, for I am in you, a bond eternal. Then the leaf nodded, rustled a little, the moon smiled as the wise tree released her trembling autumn leaf, soaked in a halo of love. The sky wept silently tears of joy, and the night sang its sweetest melody. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Shalini. That was such a beautiful poem. You always have this very spiritual aura about you. And right now, where are you located right now?
Right now, I'm with my son visiting. I'm in Seattle, and the poem really is inspired by this wonderful autumn that I am in now. I think it's a pun, autumn of my life, and all these beautiful autumn colors, colors which I love a lot, colors of renunciation. So I think every poem I have been penning has been about autumn, about renouncing, about detaching. So,
Thank you so
thank
much.
you, Roopali.
Thank you. It's wonderful that you
And
joined today. I know you
yes,
have.
I am really happy because at the time difference and everything, I suddenly woke up to this. So it's wonderful. Wonderful to see everyone. It's absolutely great. And I was there to listen to your beautiful poem, Roopali.
Thank you.
And it was so you, infinitely touching, always compassionate. And these small little gifts of love is basically not an acquisition. It's just a little extension of you. It's something so precious to give that love. And a chance meeting, which becomes of such value that actually you put it into a beautiful poem. So
Thank you so much.
much.
Thank you so much.
And
Because
so sorry for joining late. So it's been my loss that I wasn't able to listen to everyone. But yes, maybe next Sunday will be in time.
Thank you. Because I joined late, so Lantern Carrier, have you read your poem? Is it your turn?
Yes, I have.
Yes. Yes, you have.
I'm sorry, if you could have you.
Whoever hasn't, please volunteer and read your poem.
Ray Whittaker, I think.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Yes, come. Go ahead. Who's going to read?
I heard my name. Did you want me to read?
Okay, go ahead, Ray.
All right, well, I've got a fantasy poem here for everyone. And thank you for the opportunity here to be with such a fine group of poets all over the world. That's something I deeply appreciate every time I come, but it's worthy of repetition of saying. So thank you all. This poem was written on the bank of a river. The river is not too far from my home. It's called the Platte River. And the name of the poem is The River Platte. It's a warm August day, sitting beside this here river, long enough, an hour maybe, to hear the river make its music. Higher tones of water rushing over, a melody from the wet rocks below me, the long stretch coursing above me. There, a lower set of quiet roars, their pianissimo of the river's pedal tones, eddies bringing up a middle register. Gurgles of sudden drops in water heights brings the alto, sometimes a low-pitched hurly-burly. I sing baritone in our human song, so enjoying that when the occasion arises, my blend of the four-part harmony with life's chorus. Never mind the tonality, those major or minor keys of energies in a particular moment, those saturations sounding the positive or the negative. Suddenly, a mythical creature appears on the opposite shore, standing full height, water grandmother of the Ute creation story, a shimmer of a purple shirt draped over her shoulders. Half-sleeved, with long, feminine fingers, she speaks to me in birdsong tones, singing a message to me that is hard to understand. And making eye contact, I open my hands upward in a gesture of not understanding. She walks into the water, away from that facing shoreline to a flat rock, and begins singing as birds will, that of the many avians, the trill, and the many upward runs, reminiscent of the many tones of an entire flock, songbirds delighting in morning's woods. Hearing now a passage, a fancy, a stretch perhaps, of Aaron Copland's fanfare for the common man, or maybe some of Elgar's pomp and circumstance. The harmonies and counterpoint, almost all there. It is a happy moment, calming without judgment, needs no longer pressing against heartstrings, with shreds of mica underfoot here on the almost sandy riverbank, now shirtless, soon to be barefoot in the water. She turned into Golden Hawk, now aloft, banking in flight over me. The message delivered, this piece of the river. With one last eye contact, she soars. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ray. The way you render your poems, you take us with you. You go somewhere, we walk with you. You're saying something, you're talking, we are with you. I'm going to invite Shalini to speak about your poem.
Thank you.
Well, I was so absolutely, lost in the beauty of this poem, written so lyrically, and it's almost like a sacred song. And as Roopali said, yes, one loses the thing of even being there other than being with you as you take us along with you. And it's a realm, of course, by the river itself, the very first lines, and a warm a time with warmth and being in the river's banks, I think itself, is something which touches the core of you so deeply. And your apparition and the little mystical experience, I think, is absolutely fantastic, and a realm that I think we would all love to be in, the river's peace and being non-judgmental. A poem which is so deeply philosophical when you actually analyze it line by line. So thank you ever so much, Ray, for this beautiful, beautiful gift.
Well, thank you, Shalini. I really appreciate that. The Ute creation story is the story of the Native American tribes who identify themselves as Ute,